For some time I've been meaning to make a review video of our Easyhealth Angel juicer, covering some points which were not covered in reviews which I had read and watched on YouTube before I bought my own juicer. So here's the juicer. This is the package contents. This is an Angular 5500 Easyhealth Angel juicer. This is everything you get with it. So we're going to make some juice today and just go over how everything fits together and how it all works. Now here's some stuff which I've prepared. Let's weigh that. The thing here is about 100 grams, and I don't know if you can see that, but this is 816. So we've got about 700 grams of fruit and veg, and we've got some orange and grapes and celery and things here. Just to show you here, this is the book which comes with it. Pretty much basic instructions, a little bit about sort of various the benefits of various fruits and veg and nuts and things at the back there, but we won't spend much time on that. So to put it together, if you've watched many other videos, you'll know it's pretty simple to put the thing together. You've got two twin gears here. These weigh about 720 grams each, so they're really pretty heavy things. Solid steel, this is the thing which really smashes up the juice. This part just comes on here, lever comes down, click, and you're done. The pulp collection box here slides under and fits nicely into place here. One thing which I wasn't very keen on was, it seems like this juice box has really not been designed for purpose. It's it doesn't need to be as high as this ridge here. So okay, yeah, it looks pretty easy. We can just slide that under. When this is full of juice after we're done juicing, it's not going to be that easy to get it out again. This is the wooden plunger that they give you with it. I've had my juicer for about a year now, so I thought it was, I'm experienced enough with it to make a pretty good review video of it. This metal hood just fits over the top there. There's no sort of catches or anything. It just simply rests there. Now, this brings me to one of the first things which is wrong with this juicer, which had not been covered in any of the videos which I saw, which is we're going to need this. This doesn't come with it. It's a little pot which I think had honey in. I'm going to put it right there, and we're going to see why I'm doing that in a second. So the on-off switch is round the back, just here. So there's an on-off switch, illuminates there. Turning that on fires up the fans. And if we take a look down into the juicer, you see these are the twin gears here and here. And if we just turn it on, you see they rotate there. And those are the things which are really going to smash up your fruit, the on-off. You've got start on and reverse. That's a touch button there. You press and hold it to sort of unblock things. So let's get going. A piece of celery, you literally just drop it in there, take the plunger, push it down. It's a bit of hard work to push it, especially with the stronger sort of harder fibred fruit like a carrot. You need quite a bit of downward force here. So maybe this is not a great juicer for sort of older people, people with arthritis, anything like this. For me, it's fine, but I thought that was maybe worth pointing out. Now, one thing which you may notice, I also have an Omega juicer, or I have experience using an Omega juicer. Now, the Omega juicer, the feet come out to about here. If you imagine this whole thing is sort of a bit more set in, the shape looks similar. The Angel juicer doesn't have that, and what's going to happen is as you push down, you'll see the juicer tilts. And this doesn't seem like a big problem, and I guess it's not really, but when you pay as much for the juicer as you do, it's I don't know, it's a bit of an annoyance. And so what I tend to do is with my left hand hold the body of the juicer, and with my right hand sort of force things through. So the other thing we may notice is this jar which I put down there. If we juice a softer fibre, like this is some orange going in now, you may see that few drips of juice coming down there. And this really, to me, represents a design flaw, in that what is happening is that juice is accumulating inside here. There isn't a great seal between this part of the juicer and the main body, and yet we're having some juice sort of trickling down there. Okay, I could, you know, what I've done, I've put a jar there, I'm collecting the juice at the end of it, I'm going to empty it in there. But you really, you know, it's really not, it's not great, right? You would want them to have thought about this. It's quite a quiet juicer. The thing which does make it a bit loud is when you get some vibrations between this lid and the body here. But then you just sort of push this into place and everything. So if we just look under the hood here as to exactly what's happening, as the produce comes down here, what we're going to see, produce comes down here, it gets destroyed in here, and it gets forced along here, and then we get the fibre out the end here. And this is really pretty dry fibre. This is probably the most efficient juicer you're going to get on the market. But again, as I say, that is reflected in the price. You do need this hood on here as you're juicing, because otherwise you're going to get a lot of splashback, a lot of splashes sort of coming out with had a few on the wall. It's quite quick to juice, to be honest. You know, you really get through the stuff. You can just sort of smash it in there. The Omega 8006 juicer, which I have experience of as well, is it's quite a bit slower than this. It takes the produce in much slower. Okay, and we're done. So that was, as I say, about 700 grams of fruit there, all in the mix. Now what happens is that often you get a lot of produce sitting in the hopper here, and that's okay. You can hear the sound of the lid against this thing here. So yeah, we are going to need to let that run for some time. We just sort of push it in a little bit. Right, and if we leave it for some time, that's slowly going to grind away, and it's going to push it through, and juice is being extracted here. It's being forced through these holes, and here's the fibre out the end here. Now, what happens as well is you get quite a bit of this stuff here, this sort of a pasty type fibres. So this could end up in the juice. It's going to give you a bit of a thicker juice. So this is stuff which has obviously come through the holes here. Not sure if you can see there, but there's lots of little holes as the produce is being forced out. And this piece of metal is catching it here, and then juice is sort of dripping down. And yeah, we've still got some time here to wait